Well, everybody, wait a minute. Sunshine, sunshine. Well, everybody, wait a minute. Yeah, but everybody, wait a minute. I mix what I like, what I like, what I like, what I like, what I like. Yeah, keep me right there. Everybody, wait a minute. Well, everybody, wait a minute.
Of course. Of course. So, what's up, everybody? Welcome to I Mix What I Like here at Black Power Media. Again, I'm Jared Ball, very happy to be your now unmuted host. That's how excited I am. I'm excited to announce that I have been awarded as one of this year's Casey Foundation's Freedom Scholars for 2022. It is a big deal. It is a big honor. And as I'll talk a little bit about, it's surreal and a shock, a contradiction. But again, as we'll talk a little bit about, I'm very honored that to be able to say that and finally able to share that with everybody. So the rollout began a couple of hours ago. So some of you may have already seen and what I'm about to share and have seen some of the social media stuff. But I did want to have, like a little special moment with our BPM crew in the middle of the day here, in between classes and everything else, to just chop it up a little bit about it, because I am very excited about it and really very humbled and honored. And I'll share a little bit about that now. So, of course. So this is from the Margaret Casey Foundation. This year's Freedom Scholars include myself, Professor Baldwin, Devarian Baldwin, who I believe has been on this platform, Nura Erekat, who has been on this platform, Dr. Ruthie, affectionately, Ruth Wilson Gilmore, Sarah Haley, Mariam Kaba, whose work I'm not familiar with. I have to admit, the Professors Haley and Kaba, I'm not familiar with their work yet. Professor Purnell, very much familiar with her work, a little bit with Beth Rishi as well. And I'm not at all familiar with Dean Spade's work, but congratulations to them and to Professor Taiwo, Olufemi Taiwo. So I'm in some impressive company this year. Previous scholars include these folks, some big names here. Big shout out to Dr. Orasami Burton, because there are, I'm not entirely sure how the process went, but I am sure of those who have been most loud in their support of me behind the scenes. Once word came out, a couple months ago, letting me know that they were, so a JD Yipper is a law degree. So big shout out and a much appreciation to Dr. Burton. I'm gonna come back to that. Kathy Cohen, many of you will be familiar with her as well, I'm sure. Previous awardees. Big shout out to Derek Hamilton, big supporter. Nick Estes, we're aware of his work, of course. Barbara Ransby. But big again, shout out to Derek Hamilton. Many thanks. And as you see here, Dylan Rodriguez had been awarded, what is this, in 2020. They were part of the inaugural class of awardees, and big shout out. So Doctors Rodriguez, Hamilton, and Burton have been just loud supporters, and I'm very appreciative of that support and their nomination. So I put it in at least some of it in the show description, but just so I've been in contact. Dr. Carmen Rojas sent the email. She is the president and CEO of this foundation. I am not familiar with any of these other good folks who are involved with this. But I got this email a couple months ago from Dr. Rojas. In fact, I didn't even see the first one because I think I would have just ignored it because it looked, I don't know, like it didn't look like it should be addressed to me. And it said you got this award. I was like, I'm being trolled. Then I saw that Burton was involved, and Hamilton and Rodriguez. Oh wow, Stacey Adams is on the board here. Okay, all right, and Julian Castro. That's funny. Rashad Robinson. Oh wow, this is I didn't even realize this is even funnier. This is. So, and I was just like, I would not have thought to even so. I had to, the second email came and she was basically saying, just to make sure you how do I get to the specifics of the Freedom Scholars, because I did want to read that part out. But anyways, I'll come back. Margaret Casey Foundation provides unrestricted support to leaders in academia whose research provides critical insight from and to social justice leaders, and whose ideas encourage us to imagine how we can radically improve our democracy, economy, and society. Launched in 2020, the Freedom Scholar Awards exemplify a commitment to scholarship benefiting movements led by Black and Indigenous people, migrants and queer people, poor people, and people of color. The awards also recognize the role that freedom scholars play in cultivating and nurturing movements for justice and freedom. Awardees are proven movement leaders who entered academia and academics with a demonstrated commitment to supporting social movements. Well, since it's publicly listed here, I don't mind, so each Freedom Scholar receives a one-time $250,000 award. There are no restrictions to that award. It is designed to provide greater freedom to scholars, supporting them to advance their work however they see fit. The selection process for the Freedom Scholar Awards is invite only, and we do not accept outside submissions or nominations. And this is the class. And then as we can see here, and I'll come back to all of that, but as we can see here, this was when I ask my students at the beginning of every semester, what do you all want? Over time, those answers have become increasingly limited and individualistic. What I want from my students is I want them to dream about a world that they want, that they will help bring into existence, that if they are only thinking of a limited individual goal, can never come. You don't want power. You don't want equality. You don't want redistribution. You don't want your fair share. You don't want your children not to have to work. We're not even getting our dreams right. I want them to be disturbed to the point that they're saying, I got to recreate what I think I know about the world and what I want from the world. I am Dr. Jared Ball, and I am a Freedom Scholar. Yeah. So there it is. So I will say, so a couple things. Like I shared before, I thought it was all of it is surreal. Okay. So from the initial email to the amount of the award, which, let's be clear, I don't have, before people start, I even get into the chat to see what people are saying. I have no control over, I'm not in charge of what happens with that. We do have to pay taxes on it. So it's already, it is what it is, but it is life-changing money. Relatively speaking, when you start to think about, well, they gave 10 people that this year. When you start to think about where the money is coming from and how much they have to play with, I mean, I get it's very little. To me and to us, it's life-changing money. I've never seen anything like that before. Multiple years salary. And then I start to think that's not even even academics' entire year salary. But so at the first I was like, this is not, that's why I didn't even see the initial email. I was like, I'm sure I just ignored it. It was like, this looks like spam. This is not real. And then I was like, I don't get invited to these kinds of things. I don't get like, this isn't, it was so, even being in one of the one video call meeting with some of the folks that were, I'm like, I'm not usually invited to their stuff, even though in some cases I'm nominally involved and have been previously invited to be part of their bigger collectives. So I was just like, it was surreal being on the call. It was surreal being sent the award. It was being surreal. It is surreal being recognized at all by anyone. So when I'm saying, I am honored and I am humbled, not so much about the and I get it, the money is life changing, but I'm far less. I know how it sounds, and I get how it sounds, and I get the privileged position from where it comes when I say it. But even as I recognize that this money is life-changing, it is nowhere close to the immaterial benefit that I am getting from this. I will admit that wholeheartedly. It is not even close. One, the honor of being recognized by at least, and I'm not entirely sure how the voting goes. I think, I'll get a vote on next year's selection. Although there was some discussion of changing the process, so I'm not entirely sure, but to be recognized and to have my name put up by even Burton, Hamilton, Rodriguez, who I'm assuming, like, they haven't told me this, but just in the behind the scenes support and congratulations, I'm just assuming that alone, it means everything. I'm incredibly honored by that. And I get it. We're not all on the same page politically. I don't think I've ever done the research that I know Burton is doing. I think I'm to the left politically of Hamilton. despite all of his contributions to the discussions to an honest discussion of the economy and race. And I will probably, I mean, I'll never, well, not probably, I'll never catch up to the contributions intellectually, analytically to Rodriguez. I mean, if you go back, I've been reading this dude for a long time. And if you go back and look at his catalog of work, like I don't write that well. I don't organize my thoughts that well. I'm not as clear. I mean, so like when I'm starting to, so even when I step back, I'm like, and even with some of the others on there, where our politics may not overlap so much, like I recognize, particularly to the academic world, that their contributions are substantial, and from the perspective of Casey and all these other kinds of foundations and the people, I'm just, it is humbling. I admit that. So as I've said here before, I have never, like I don't have a problem broadcasting. I have a problem, non rally public speaking. I'm not good at rallies. I don't mind doing it. I don't mind, so I don't mind that, but I've never, the goal is never to be famous. It's never to be even more popular than I even think BPM is right now. But to be recognized by people who operate in this academic activist, left to far left of center political space, that's everything to me. So I mean so that's on the positive end of the immaterial benefit. I also admit, as some of you are very well aware, the reverberating hate that this is causing. And I know how it sounds, but I promise you that's way more important to me than the money. Either end of the immaterial piece, the good and the petty. Way more important to me than the money. So anyway, I big shout out again to Professors Burton, Hamilton, Rodriguez, to my co-winners or awardees, to the previous folks, to the whatever is causing this money to be released and these awards to be released. But I get the contradiction. I mean, I get it. So I do the other part of the immaterial piece that beyond just the pettiness a little bit. One more thing I did want to say about that is that it is nice. I am going to revel in this little bit of some positive recognition that I know myself, and I'm not entirely sure of my co-awardees, but I know many other faculty do not enjoy at our home institutions. I mean, just straight up. The passive aggressiveness, the overt aggressiveness, the theft of my work, the gaslighting, the so much stuff that I've watched that I've just had to put up with. Like I'm going to enjoy this. Even I'm just going to enjoy it. That somewhere in these streets, these academic streets, somebody is, a group of people have recognized me. I'm not going to front. I'm not going to front. I love it. I appreciate it. I'm humbled by it. It's surreal. And again, and I reckon in the contradictions, like it's like there is like that. There is like I get. I mean, it's an over exaggeration, of course, but that like it's survivor's guilt. Because I do recognize that there are many more academics and activists who deserve this kind of recognition beyond me, who need the money more than me, who whatever. So I get it. The foundations, the philanthropy, the politics, all of these things. I'm fully swimming in those contradictions right now, and I'm aware of it. but at least for a little bit, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie. The watching people around as they were filming that little video, because that video of it's only 50 seconds or whatever, but it took a couple hours to put together. And to go around campus and to see what isn't said and to hear what isn't said, to see what isn't shown and to hear what isn't heard. Mm, it's the best meal ever. Anyway, so that was it. I'm gonna run through the comments real quick, but that was really it. I just wanted to, so big shout out to BPM. I know the work we're doing here has contributed to whatever were some of the final decisions. Again, many thanks to Professors Burton, Rodriguez, and Hamilton, to my other co-awardees, to others there. I many thanks. I appreciate it. And here's a perfect place to start with the contradictions. Emma, need to shot free Mumia as well. Or shout free Mumia anyway. you said I don't trust it. I hear you. I mean, I hear you. I'm not scared of no comments. Anyway, yeah, big shout out. Thank you, Bobby Alagoon. Hater of the year on my own platform. That's what's up. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What? That's why I'm not as anti-capitalism as this channel is, because how could you champion philanthropy without capitalism, one of the byproduct of the other? Nah, see, that's exactly backwards. So, like, I'm not going that far. It's the capitalism that creates the contradictions, the inequality, and that puts the philanthropist in position to be the benefactor. So they're not, and to benefit from it. Let's not get it twisted. Like, there's no this doesn't change the power balance. It's going to help my household. It's going to help um BPM and related projects. But finally, you know what I'm saying, Big Teal, finally. But it's not, so capitalism is still like, it doesn't get any points for this. I'm not the one, like, the Don King only in America. Yeah, because only in America could you be so pushed down and then championed if you rise or are proven worthy to a handful of people. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is. It's just a handful of people, as good as some of them may be, have found me of a modicum of value. That's not the world we want. And again, remember, what I'm saying is the immaterial recognition from peers and people I admire or respect is better than the money. And the money only means something because all of us could always use some, because capitalism forces us to need it. So, and really, when you think about it, if you start to really think too much about it, as life-changing as it is, it's not that much money. And then when you think about that, it's not even half of what the MacArthur grant, I think, is giving out. And what these foundations have, and what some even pictured faculty might be earning in a year. It's, that's why I don't have any of it. None of it comes to me. I don't get. That's I get it. I'm with you. I'm hating but love it too. That's I'm fully with you. I'm fully with you. But oh yeah, Big Teal. Ooh, we even as we are speaking right now, the reverberation, the messages, the the whispers. Oh, oh. Mm, mm. I love it. I've told you, Emma, we already proved the circulating dollar is a myth. Thank you, James. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Um, Maybe the people you critique are the hardest may not be your adversaries just trying to play the inside game. I hear you. And and I never claim that the people I critique are my adversaries either. Not all of them at least. So I get it. But that doesn't mean that their public work can't be critiqued and shouldn't be. And that doesn't mean for the collective that what we do privately outweighs what we do publicly. In fact, it doesn't come close. So I get it. And that's what I'm saying. I appreciate it. There are people who are not, they're not, as someone once said of me, politically out of the closet. They're not as radical, perhaps. They're not whatever, but that doesn't mean that they're bad people, and it doesn't mean that they're the ones preventing revolutionary change. It just is. So my only thing is just to recognize what isn't revolutionary in our behavior, and then what we do publicly is up for fair game for criticism. And again, I'm with Deruba on this. Everything that's not strategy and tactics should be on the table. So but I'm telling you, I mean, but to that point, I get it. The unspoken invitation. So wait a minute. If I make this adjustment, that adjustment, if I make this relationship, if I don't publicly criticize someone, if I don't criticize that person's work, if I don't advocate this act, maybe I'm in line for another one of these. There are people, and I'm not going to go. I mean, I did the petty click around once when I saw who had been nominated, who previously won. And it's not that they don't deserve it, but I'm just saying there are people who have won multiple of these and bigger awards and when you start to think about the money that they're bringing in on a somewhat routine basis just from these kinds of awards, and then all that comes with it, the other invitations, the books, the this, the that. I mean, you could I get it. I see why people consciously have made decisions that I have not made, and why this is such a surreal experience, because I can't even, I mean, I'm still, I mean, I can't even imagine like something that's like 2 to 3 times this in an award. And then this award comes and it's like, oh, it's like, just that. Yeah, this would be good. Yeah, now I can afford, and I'll tell Mike I can maybe afford the bill. You know. Yeah, thank you, Faith. I appreciate it. So anyway, I really do, in fact, in fact. So anyway, all the contradictions, all the whatever, I get it. I appreciate it. But again, a big thanks to Doctors Burton, Rodriguez, and Hamilton. I really do appreciate you know their kind words and support. and thanks, to the Freedom Scholars, so that is it. That was the announcement. That's it. And we'll see how we can, thank you very much. We'll see how we can uh expand and expand and distribute some of the at least some of the material. The immaterial is all mine. I'm just gonna let that bask. I'm just gonna bask in it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, no, do it. I'm telling you, this is, you know. So anyway, I mean, it's just nice that and it is good, because again, people like Rodriguez, people like Burton for sure. There's not always an appreciation for what academics in these positions politically do. And I don't know their situations, but I've seen, again, my own experience firsthand, and I've seen others have it worse. The institution can, I mean, again, it's all relative, but it can get brutal. So this level of recognition is a little bit of a, back up off me a little bit. Coming from this space, coming from the Casey Foundation, coming, in this way, it's a little bit of, I tried to tell you. And if you could support, it could be even bigger and better. But you keep wanting to put everybody, you keep wanting to, you prefer to marginalize and steal from, and so okay, so here it is. I'm going to enjoy this, no question, no question, no question. So thank you, Gregory, appreciate you, thank you very much. And then I do recognize that there are people who, to that just to come back quickly to that point, that people who work behind the scenes to do what they can. I mean, we get it, and again, they do what they can. So anyway, oh, I know that hurt, Emma, but thank you. Hey, thank you, Jared. Appreciate you. I'm telling you, me and my man here, we like out here fighting the universe to resuscitate that name. Because these other folks been trying to hurt us, Jared. They trying to drag us down, my man. So big shout out to you and to Millennials Killing Capitalism. Anyway, appreciate you. So that's it, Jared. Solidarity. We need, we need to we need a version of we need a version of Joda. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. So I went to our new provost a couple weeks ago and introduced myself, got on his calendar, and I said, fix my salary. But I did say, I tried to, I said, look, this announcement's coming, this, is there a way we can, parlay this with the university into something for the Black Studies program, and double down on the big announcement in the media that's coming. And I know, because I know, Morgan is, we like our PR. And I know, Casey's going to do this PR thing. It's going to blah, 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 da, da, da. And it's no diss to the provost. It's that it really felt like, again, he's reading from a script. There is like like when I used to do telemarketing in high school or whatever, and they give you that script, and you, hi, my name is Jared. Hi, insert your name here. I'm calling on behalf of insert company here. In parentheses, smile as you greet, say their name. So it's like the provost, like, okay, this is the Dr. Ball. Okay, okay, here's the script, and very polite, listened, and the meeting ended as they all have. So I don't know what Morgan's going to do. But as we looked at just in the show yesterday with Ricky and Devin, just quickly, just to some of the new announcements, my award amount is very small in comparison. They're, launching all these new centers. They just got 40 million from Bezos's ex, and we saw where all that's going. So, and I'll even tell you, I said, I'm going to get this award, and why don't you announce that you're matching that award with an investment in Black studies? And he asked if I was giving any of this award to Morgan, and I said no. I was no. Perhaps had that center I tried to develop that mysteriously got turned into someone else's, maybe, but no. So just on the PR, it would be good if, so I don't know what Morgan's going to do. And I don't think that, I don't know. I don't think I figure big in their plans. So, but we'll see. We'll see. They should be. By the way, not only am I a Freedom Scholar now, I am the first and only from an HBCU. I forgot to mention that part. I did confirm that. I double checked on, so I will see if I'm the last, but I'm definitely the first and only. That might, I thought that might, do Morgan some good PR, that they might want to piggyback it. So maybe they'll just do the PR. I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, making history. That's funny. So thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. So anyway, like I said, for me, the immaterial is the big thing here. The award money, again, it is life-changing, but it's not the thing. And to the institutions like Morgan and to the giving institutions, it's not much at all. So for me, it's just, I really do appreciate the really, seriously, I'm deeply humbled by the recognition from peers, people I respect. And so, and that's, and it is a welcomed break from years of varying degrees of abuse. It really is abuse. And so, and hostility, so I don't, I do whine and complain to friends and a little bit here on BPM, but for the most part, I don't, I haven't even begun. That's why anyway. So I try to have, a little bit of fun here, even as we deal with some serious stuff. And it's not that I don't recognize the seriousness of it, but this is, for me, immaterially, again, BPM is therapy. It's fun. It's I think politically in line with what I'm interested in. And it's good that I think through some of this work that I'm getting recognized, and I appreciate it. And then I appreciate that those who don't appreciate my efforts are going to have to they're just going to feel it. They just go feel the immateriality of it. It is what it is, and I enjoy it. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. Is this the goal? They do, man. I'm telling you too, Black. Me and my little crew, we have a running joke about this too. I mean, it is really wild. It is really, and in these YouTube streets too, it is really wild. It is really wild to just see, but to see people, but to watch, oh man, wait till one of these days. I kept everything. I to literally reword my title and then claim. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, they really do. They really do. And I get it. There are many more. There are many more who do as good or better work than I do, who get less recognition. So I get it, and that's why it's a little bit humbling and surreal and all of that. But there is a specific, it feels at times really intensely specific attempt to act like that I don't exist and I'm not out here when it's clear through what you do that you know I'm here. So anyway, again, but I really do appreciate that, and too, Black, by the way, you know, in collegiality or comradeship with your work, you know, I don't think has played any small part in me, you know, being recognized for this, because I think that work has been has reverberated widely, speaking of what people act like doesn't exist. So anyway, shout out to everybody, all the remixers, shout out to BPM, big, again, Doctors Burton, Hamilton, Rodriguez, big thanks to you, big thanks to the Freedom Scholars, and we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. Anyway, back again on the remix tomorrow, and Friday again with I Mix What I Like. So as Fred Hampton used to say to you, we say peace, because I know you're willing to fight for it. I will continue to do so, albeit briefly in a different tax bracket. I'm just playing. Oh no, that's and it would be cool. Like, take all of it. If we had free healthcare and good housing and schooling, and people had good food and water to drink, and the country wasn't bombing and killing everybody and doing all that. Take all the money. Tax all of it, more, all of it. I'd be handing it over, you know. But anyway, we'll find other ways to redistribute and keep it moving. Thanks again, everybody. Like I said, it's humbling, it's surreal, but you know, I'm gonna enjoy it. So it is what it is. Peace, everybody. Take good care.
I mix what I like, what I like, what I like, what I like, what I like.